It is the Riot Podcast. Good Wednesday, October 12th for today. That's the day we're recording this. How's it going?
Good. How's everybody doing?
Grand.
Good.
Excellent.
I always envision everybody's like, good, wonderful, not bad, hate it. You know, like everybody listening. Feel free to talk to us, even if you're just listening.
Talk back at the podcast.
That's right.
So today during the podcast, one of the things we talked about was rewards programs, right?
Yeah.
And I love rewards programs.
Are you signed up for a bunch? I know you love
bunch.
the Chipotle one.
I have all the apps. Like, I have them all. One of them yesterday, I actually got a reward on Smoothie King. Big Smoothie King guy here.
Okay.
And they actually have a pretty good one. Every, like, $34 you spend, you get $2 off.
Oh.
So that's not that bad.
Oh,
you know?
you're not even getting your own, like, free smoothie?
You don't get
You're not getting a free smoothie, but you have to think, like, for every, like, $300 you spend at Chipotle, you get a free burrito, which is, like, $8.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's kind of nice to have, like, a little thing every now and then to kind of incentivize me. Like, if I can spend $34, I go there pretty regularly.
Yeah.
Then, like, whenever I get the $2 off, it's not, like, that special, but it's special enough to where I feel a little bit special.
Isaiah, every time we talk about food places, you're always there. I feel like you always, I thought, we're trying to eat at home.
See, look, why are we attacking me?
I can't believe it is
We're
crazy we
attacking.
still think about that. That was literally his New Year's resolution.
That was it.
I did pretty
was
good for it for a while.
10 months ago.
I know. I did
He's-
pretty good for a while. Now I'm kind of going back. I'm bulking.
He's bulking up, right?
So I need to start going to Smoothie King.
Yeah.
You
Add the
can make
That
protein.
your
doesn't feel
own
that good of a deal, though. I
smoothies.
really don't think that sounds like that good of a deal.
Well, you have to think
Or that
every
good of a reward.
every $100 you get a free smoothie.
Yeah.
That's not very good.
See, but they have other deals on there too. That's just like
No.
that's the reoccurring one.
Just understand that most places, outside of the free McDonald's fries, like most
Yeah.
places, you are not getting a great reward unless you go there all the time.
That's true.
like
yeah.
it's
Wendy's-
really not made for the average
Wendy's isn't even a
person.
good.
What
Wendy's
do you
is
mean?
not
Wendy's, they give me like
What do they give you?
$3 off every $15 every order.
That's good.
That's pretty good,
But
right?
I never spend $15 at Wendy's. Like
Oh,
I'm
you
never
don't?
spending that much. I'm spending $4
Yeah,
or
I
maybe
guess you-
$5.
That's right. But they
That's
have other
because you're
deals.
spending extra money at the smoothie place.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm getting the $5 biggie bag, and then I'm walking out of there unscathed.
But you could get the biggie bag and then get another thing for free. A lot of times they have like free Baconator.
Oh, then you
or
could
puff
like maybe I could like
fries.
warm it up the next day.
You
Nothing better
could.
than fast food warmed up. Like McDonald's second time around, it's way better.
You got to learn to abuse the system.
I thought you were bulking up.
I am bulking up.
So get your $5 biggie bag and pup fries.
and then get
How
the
about
fries.
we talk
too.
to Isaiah tomorrow during the show? Because maybe we can talk about, have we gained any weight? Or
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we got.
You guys want me to step on the scale,
Yeah. Would you like to admit that?
Oh, I'd love to admit how much I weigh. It'd be great.
let's
That's great
see.
radio talk.
Let's see how much you've gained with bulking.
And some of the other things we talked about, people going into debt due to dating.
Yeah.
One of these culprits being a close friend of mine who spends an absurd amount of money on dates, and he's been doing this for essentially like the past year or so.
Yeah.
Still single. I guarantee this man has spent thousands of dollars on dates.
Ouch. And
Thousands.
not able to keep one around.
No, oddly enough, just not able to hold one
Now,
down.
here's the question. What is he doing on these dates?
He's going out, getting food, getting drinks with the
So
girls.
just typical, like
Just
going to
normal
some
dates.
restaurant or nicer place.
It's not like he's taking
getting
them
a
to
few
like an
drinks.
amusement park or something.
Yeah.
He's
That
just
sounds
going out.
nice. Maybe
Yeah.
he would find a special someone.
Maybe if
we
he took
had
him to an
that.
amusement park, he'd find somebody.
And honestly, going to an amusement park sounds cheaper than the dates he's picking.
It does. It honestly does. But yeah, just like pretty normal dates, just going over the top. Maybe just spending, like I said before, you got to cut out the appetizers.
Uh-oh. Well,
I
if
say?
you're also dating and you're frustrated that it is hurting your wallet, you're not the only one. So
Yeah.
there's numbers to back that up.
My thoughts too are like if you're spending this much money like on like the initial dates, like shouldn't it be like cheaper than like actually having a girlfriend? Like once you actually get a girlfriend, that's going to be more expensive. So if you go into the relationship in debt,
And you set the
Well,
bar too high.
yeah.
Why is it more expensive when you actually have a girlfriend? What's your...
Because then you're getting them like gifts, maybe
No,
You're going
not
on
all the
dates more
time.
frequently.
You're doing dates. Maybe you're just, and then when you go to like McDonald's, like your normal Wednesday, when after work or something, you guys are driving together, then you're getting McDonald's together. You get a lot more quality time together to where then you're buying everything.
Right.
If you're freaking out about about money so much like that with dating and stuff. You need to find someone that you think you might work well with and just get married right away, because then it's all your money and it doesn't matter, and you can eat out as much as you want on your own.
Right dating advice, propose on the third date.
Yeah, apparently, that's what Nikki's advice is.
Don't wait forever. It's fine. Well, enjoy the podcast today. Thank you guys for listening. And, of course, text in at 877-2-RADIO-U and share your thoughts on any of the controversies that might come from this podcast.
And we'll catch you next time.
Have a good day.
See you guys.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The worst of the riot. Radio U.
Nikki, have you been following along with Fat Bear Week?
You know, I talked about Fat Bear Week with you last week, and I am ashamed to say I never followed up with it.
You never did? Did you
never
ever
watched
vote or anything?
No, I didn't.
Oh, what kind? Yeah, I feel like this whole show is a lie now.
I know, right? It's all
Everything
me.
you
Just
and
being
I
pathetic.
talk about and say, like, can you trust anything on the show that we say now?
Well, I think some of it was, we were starting to get sick at the end of last week.
Uh-huh.
And maybe we can just blame that.
Okay, so yeah, you were in a fog and you couldn't even, a sick fog, and you couldn't even find your way to the Fat Bear website.
But there's a week that happens every year. It's annual, and they have a bunch of bears there, and people get a chance to vote on their favorite fat bear before like hibernation and the slimming down happens.
Uh-huh.
So you get to vote on which one you think is the best.
Now that all got started about this time last week, and then we just wrapped up Fat Bear Week, and we have a winner. But the winner doesn't come without some controversy along the way.
Not here.
Even Fat Bear Week has not been immune to the cheating scandals that have been running rampant through all kinds of different competitions. Chess, poker, fishing we saw, Irish dancing. We've talked about a lot of these in the last month or so. And Fat Bear Week, it wound up getting wrangled up in a cheating scandal as well. Apparently in the semifinals, in the voting, there was a bunch of fraudulent votes cast.
Oh, no. Some bot votes?
Yeah. Somebody was trying to tip the scales in the favor of Bear 435, Holly.
Well, not Holly's fault, but you're not allowed to do that.
And are we sure? What if she, what if she has some backroom deals and, she has some back channels that she used to set up what she thought was a surefire way to secure a victory in the Fat Bear Week. It didn't work.
Yeah.
The operators of the Fat Bear Week voting were able to snuff out any fraudulent votes and crown a rightful winner in that contest, which was Bear 747.
The plain bear.
Yeah, and then 747 went on to the finals and also got the victory.
747, they were like, is that just because some of the bears have numbers, some of the bears have names.
Yeah.
But they named him that because he's as big as a 747.
In, so.
And he came in at 1,400 pounds.
It's amazing that even Fat Bear Week, the simplest of things, and people still try to cheat at it.
I know. Fat Bear, the plain one, no offense to him, but he looks like, ever see sometimes when they take a dog and the dog's super overweight, and the dog has to go a special place to lose weight, and it's so awkward. That bear looks like that because its legs are so tiny at this point, and it has so many fat rolls around its body.
Yeah,
it is very overweight.
There's a lot of folds on that bear. Well, congratulations, though. I mean, it was all worth it. All those folds and rolls and short legs and everything. It's got him a Fat Bear Week win.
Congratulations.
And nobody can take that away from him.
So he is the 2022 Fat Bear Week champion. I don't know what that means for him, but
probably some prize money.
I don't know. Do they?
Or else why would the other bear be cheating?
You're right.
So he must get something.
I don't know what they do.
Something good. Something good. He gets special protection now. The Secret Service follows him around, maybe.
Oh yeah, you have to watch him because people want to come and see the winning bear.
Yeah, that's right. You gotta keep him safe. Although he's pretty large, he can probably protect himself.
This is Radio U's worst of the riot.
There's drama in Dunkin' World.
Dunkin' Donuts?
Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts fans are in an uproar right now because Dunkin' just announced its new rewards program. They're calling it Dunkin' Rewards.
Wow, that's name says it all.
Yeah, well done, right? But does it? It used to be called DD Perks, by the way. Now
Yeah.
they've updated it. Dunkin' Rewards, but does it really reward you? Listen to this. Fans are upset because under the DD Perks way of things, you only needed 200 points to get a free drink. Okay?
Yeah.
200 points. That'd be equivalent to spending about $40 at Dunkin'. Okay? Now, if you get 200 points, again, you spend about $40, you'll get 200 points. That's only enough to get you a free cup of tea.
Oh, no.
Whereas if you want a free coffee, you have to earn at least 500 points. So that's like, what, 45? No.
It's more.
Yeah, it's a lot more.
It's just more.
And then finally, a crafted drink. You know, like if you want a
Espresso or cold brew.
like something fancy, 700 points.
Well,
As
what does
you
this
take
mean?
a sip from your tea.
I know. I was like, oh, tea sounds good. I have tea, and I made my own, and it's my own Nikki perks.
And you got it from free,
I did.
not from Dunkin'.
Well,
you got your perks, your rewards. You rewarded yourself.
It's
Something
similar.
that Dunkin' doesn't seem to want to do.
I remember when I was younger, like Starbucks used to have what felt like way better incentives.
Yeah.
And like you could even have your little gold card and all this stuff. And it was just like, hey, I'm drinking coffee. Like I'm really doing it. And then
But
they
you
changed.
have like a goal. It's like a goal in mind, right?
Yeah.
Back in those days.
But they changed. And obviously the perks were not towards your benefit.
Yeah.
And everybody just, then it became not important that you lost any stars because you just didn't care anymore.
Yeah, right. Now Dunkin' Donuts facing the same kind of their fans are facing the same realization that you did with Starbucks. People are saying stuff like the new Dunkin' Rewards program is straight up criminal and I hate everything about it.
Well, they're just disappointed because, like everything, they say that Dunkin' is trying to cut costs, and so they're making it harder to get free items through the rewards program.
Yeah, they're inflation is running rampant. It's even infecting now rewards programs. And you don't want to see the most heinous thing about it?
Oh, I see it. Is this
Look
the
at
last
this.
line?
Yes, they're doing away with their free birthday treat perk.
Wow.
And what timing, wouldn't
Dunkin',
you say?
you're ogres. What are you doing?
I know. People, you can't even give people something. I mean, I don't even know what the free birthday treat was. What? A donut? You can't give away a free donut once a year to somebody?
That's personal.
Krispy Kreme's doing it every single dang day.
Listen, Hudson's birthday's on Friday. That's personal
It
because
is
you
personal.
stopped it before then.
I wasn't going to go to Dunkin'. I don't even think I'm a rewards member anyways, but you know what I'm definitely not going to do now? Sign up for your rewards just so
Not
I can get a free
anymore.
birthday treat. It's not going to work. You still do get triple the points. So if you spend like $40, you might be able to get something for your birthday.
On your birthday if you go?
Yeah,
Oh.
but that's about it.
Well,
This
sorry,
is
guys.
shameful. It's shameful.
Just realize that no store is there for you.
No, they don't care about you at all.
But you can still make your own at home and have a delicious drink.
I mean, it is really sad when you look that you have to spend $40 just to get a tea.
I know, but some people go every day. So for $40,
So don't you think they should be rewarded?
I agree, but it doesn't
with
take
something
you that
more than
long.
a tea? That is pathetic. All right. Well, you know what? It's fine. I have all this outrage about it. I don't even like Dunkin'. So I'm fine. I'm going to move on.
This is The Riot. Radio U.
I have a new survey here that basically says about 20% of single people admit that they have gone into debt or are going into debt from what they've spent on dating.
Aww.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Isaiah, you're
are you in
dating.
that?
I'm not doing that. I
You're
can tell
not
you that
going
right
into
now.
debt?
I'm not going into debt by dating.
Maybe that's why you're still single.
That might be it.
That
I might
could
not be
it.
investing the time and money that I need to actually get a girlfriend.
Now listen to this. In this study, people reported for women, they say on average they would spend $81 on one date.
On a
Wait,
date?
What do you
Wait
think
a minute.
about
Hold
that?
the phone. Hold the phone.
$81?
$81
This
a
is for
date.
who?
For women?
They're spending $81
Women
on
spend-
what?
Maybe getting
That's
ready for the
unreal.
date.
That's what I was going to say.
The clothes that you're wearing?
Which
Like,
doesn't
what do you
really
mean?
count. I don't think that counts.
Because
That does
I
not
don't
count.
want to be like that way, but sometimes, I expect the first date, maybe the guy pays.
I would think so.
Yeah.
So I'm
for
not
most
thinking
cases.
the $81 to go in there, but maybe it's just to get ready and to look extra nice
What are
for
you
your
doing?
first date.
The gas
$81?
money? I don't know. Like, I don't know where this is
Doing
coming
your
from.
hair? Doing your hair?
Yeah.
If you don't do
Nails
that yourself,
done? Maybe getting nails done?
don't do your nails
is
for a
aggressive.
first date. No
No
guy's
way.
going to notice. No guy walks away from the first date. It went great. She had beautiful nails.
It's like I think
Don't
she spent
waste your
around
time doing that.
$81.
you can tell she spent more than $81 getting ready.
She did.
Yeah,
Well, how
that
much
is
is the guy
wild.
spending then?
Guys say they spend on average $104 on the date,
Seems
which
expensive.
they actually
I'm not
spend
surprised
on
by
the
that.
date
Yeah, they spend that all on the food and the drinks. That's
Yeah.
literally it.
and paying to go to the movies or take you to a
Aw.
concert or something.
Listen, the lady appreciates it, all right?
Yeah, I get. You know what? When you look at it that way, it's almost even. It almost
Wait,
even.
no, it is what? You out of your mind?
It almost evens out.
I don't
The woman
believe
is
these
spending-
statistics.
The woman is spending $81 on herself, and the man is spending $104 on the woman.
Yes.
It's almost fair.
It makes sense. It makes
pretty
so
much
much
is
sense.
even. It really equals out.
I don't think I like this study.
No, I don't think I do either.
I think it's giving him a lot of credit, honestly, with this $81. This is being, my mind is being very generous, I think.
So basically, what I'm seeing here is financial advisors. Like I've got Michael Learsh here. He is the head of advice and planning for wealth and investment management at Wells Fargo. He's basically saying, you got to stop spending all this money on dates, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Well, some of this makes sense. They say that just humans in general, we're known to not be able to keep an accurate account of our money mentally. So let's say you're getting ready and you're spending the money on
You're
yourself.
spending $81 on yourself.
$81 on yourself, and it kind of gets away from you. Or
Yeah.
like if you're going to go out to eat and you're not thinking of the money right then and there, maybe you've picked a restaurant that's too much, or someone's getting appetizers.
Yes, I was going to say, maybe you're delving into the apps.
So then again, it gets away from you. So they say that ahead of time, you really need to try to figure out a way to match your spending limit and, kind of build the date around that,
Yeah.
even if the other person doesn't realize you have a spending limit.
I think this is all teaching me a lesson that, not me, but it teaches us a lesson that could have easily been learned from SpongeBob in the episode where Mr. Krabs falls in love with Mrs. Puff.
Oh.
You need a SpongeBob there that will stop you from spending money. You got to bring him
There
on
you
the
go.
dates. Yeah.
That's what you need.
That's what you need.
I feel like, always, usually, the man has to decide, where you're going. And so if you're picking a place that's super expensive, number one, that's on you
That's
as
on
is.
you, yeah.
And so you had to pick a place that you actually can afford to go to. And then number two, I have seen this in action. One of my good friends does this routinely, where he'll go on, a lot of dates, and he will spend $150 for absolutely no reason, and then he won't even go on. He won't even go on a second date. The next week he'll go on a date with a different girl because the last date didn't go well, and then all of a sudden he's out $450 a month on dates.
But then he'll say,
But he feels good about it. though.
Isaiah, we're not talking about this or this. We're talking about this.
So goofy. They say make a budget, make sure you're not negatively impacting the date, but be honest about it. They say it doesn't serve your relationship well if you're taking on an expensive debt right at the very beginning of it.
No, that's for sure.
So think of budget-friendly options, homemade meals, trips to a museum. That's not a good date. Or other alternatives. And they said 85% of those in the survey said they won't feel offended if the date takes them on a lower-cost date. They just don't even know.
It does. It needs to be more about, and I believe this, it needs to be more about hanging out with the person and less about what you're doing. You need to go on a date that it maybe doesn't cost as much, especially the first date, doesn't cost as much, but gives you guys the chance to talk, like going to the museum.
The museum?
Yeah.
Jeez, you're lucky that you're already married, man.
You go to the museum.
The
A lot of them let you
museum.
in for free. You can look at art and you can talk about
Pack
it.
a peanut
It
butter
helps
jelly
you
sandwich, is that it?
Explore your feelings.
Well,
yeah.
save the expensive dates for the anniversaries down the road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
And no need to spend that in the
Or
beginning.
once you're already sure you like each other.
Yeah.
Don't spend $81 on yourself before you've even
Well,
gone on
send
a
this
date.
survey study
your
to your
friend.
friend.
I'll send it to my boy. Maybe
Yeah.
he'll change his ways.
Hudson, Nikki, The Riot on Radio U.
This is impressive. I'm not even mad. I'm just impressed. I have photos here of a creative way somebody went about cheating at the University of Malaga in Spain. It looks like they were doing something with criminal law. Okay, so criminal
cheating
procedural
with
law.
criminal law.
Yeah, I guess that is ironic, isn't it?
Well, it's almost like you get bonus points for it.
That's kind of what you got to do when you're a lawyer, right? You gotta be able to pull out all the stops, which is why, again, I'm not mad. I'm impressed with this. A Spanish law school teacher. They've shared pictures of pens they confiscated. Pens, okay, like
Bic
the writing
pens.
implement, Bic pens, where one of their students had etched the answers, or it says they etched criminal procedural law, so the actual law that they are trying to memorize and they need it for the test. They etched it into their pens, so that they could read off of that, I guess, during the exams they were taking.
That's
How impressive is that?
First off, though, they brought a lot of pens. So
They did.
That is a lot of
I think
pens.
that is
Well,
where your teacher and stuff would be like, "Hey, why do you have all the pens?"
You have
just in
11
case.
pens on your
Just in
table right
case.
now.
You never know.
And I feel like sometimes when people cheat like this, what they don't realize is they actually probably learned it all by writing this stuff on the pens to where they would have probably been fine when they actually took the test.
Yeah, I think they probably wound up picking up all this information just because they had to read it and copy it over. And you know what? The sad thing is they probably weren't taking notes during class, and they did this instead.
Yeah, you look at the pens too. Like it'd be really hard to etch onto those little tiny pens. Like the actual handwriting is so small that if you just put the effort in to actually study it, that you did to actually etch onto these pens, you
Less
for sure
work.
would have known it.
What do you think they etched them in with? Like
I don't
some sort
know.
of
I have the answer
knife?
for you.
What do they use?
So they took a mechanical pencil and replaced the lead
No
with a
way.
needle and used
So
that.
much effort.
If you'd like to do this for whatever exams you have coming up, you just go ahead and do that. Copy your answers onto. The other thing I thought though too is that if you were you'd have to look really closely, right, to be able to read these pens and read what's on there. So
When they
that's going to
notice
give you
you?
away. Like somebody's going to notice that you're doing that.
But otherwise, it just looks like you chewed on your pens, or like you just had, gross pens.
Or what if they did this? This is where I draw the line. I'm okay with this, by the way. I'll say it. I think you're showing this kind of resourcefulness. That means, you know what? Whether you get the answers off of your pen or whether you memorize them, you have the answers. So you're going to be fine when you have to be a lawyer. But here's where I have an issue. What if they have all these pens and they etched it in and it was for the whole class? Like, what if you're passing out the pens to all
everybody.
the
You're moving
guys?
pens around.
Yeah.
Oh, you need something to write with? Here's another pen.
You just walk into class. I brought pens for everyone.
For everyone, let's just all use them and we can just all share them.
How did everybody pass the class?
That's clever. I mean, if you look at the pens, it is impressive.
Yeah, I'm I'm not upset about it.
You're not against cheating?
Is it
seems
cheating?
incorrect.
Though? Is it cheating?
See, I think
It's a study guide.
Listen,
That's
does
right.
it count? Like, would it count as cheating? Is if I acted like I knew some information that I said on air if I was really reading it off my laptop?
Well, you do that
instead?
anyway.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what we do.
So I pass it as if it's my own knowledge. As I'm just reading every day.
Who actually knows? You know what I mean? Like, do you actually know what you know, or are you just reading what you know? Either way, if you're getting the result right, I'm
It's
fine
not bad.
with it.
If I was doing something like if it was in criminal law, I would just say that I was doing this as an article or a paper that you were writing for another class
Case study.
about criminal, and then that way you could kind of tie it all in and get out of it.
You know
Yeah,
what
that makes sense.
You know what I'd say when they confiscated the pens? I'd say, where on this pen does it say this is illegal?
Yeah.
Look at the pens. There's nowhere where this is spelled out
You could
as.
fight this.
Yeah, there's definitely a loophole for you.
Don't say we didn't warn you. This is the worst of the riot.
Yesterday, we gave out the ranking of the top 10 sexiest bald men.
Yeah.
Where was Jeff Bezos on that list?
Oh yeah, he's bald, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's pretty sexy. How come
Listen,
he wasn't in the top 10?
The list from yesterday was also not sexy.
It was
so
haywire.
There
that
was a lot
list.
that
It
you
was
didn't agree with.
All wrong. And you can tell because Jeffrey Bezos was not ranked in the top 10. But you know what? You know what's keeping Jeffrey Bezos so sexy and successful?
What is it? His
I'll
money?
tell you, it's It's how much hours of sleep he gets.
Ooh, is he? Because I guess we assume someone who is what you would, I guess, consider to be super successful.
Yeah.
They must get up super early and get a lot of sleep.
You think they get a lot of sleep, but they also get up early?
Okay, maybe not as early because I assume they have people that wake you up, get you your breakfast, your morning drink.
How do you think
put you to bed at night?
This is a great question. How do you think
Manage your
Jeffrey
life.
Bezos wakes up in the morning?
Gently.
What do you think happens? You think somebody comes and nudges him on the shoulder?
Yeah.
You think?
I imagine with a tray, like with fresh squeezed orange juice.
If you were rich, is
And,
that
like,
how
your
you would want to
news?
be woken up?
Yeah, you get your news.
You would want like a butler to come
Yes.
and nudge you and be like,
Yes.
"Hey, Nikki.
Ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I brought your newspaper and your orange juice."
Yeah, they just
That's
a
what you'd
gentle
want.
waking up, and then they tell you like go over your schedule for the day, and then you go get ready.
I'll tell you what. If I was rich, first thing I would not be waking up early. Second thing is I wouldn't want to see a person for at least the first hour of the day.
True.
Which means no butler with orange juice nudging my shoulder. How would I wake up? But also using an alarm, that feels
feels poor, doesn't it?
That does feel
That feels poor.
That's poor people behavior.
Yeah, that's a mentality.
You know what? If I was rich, I'd wake up naturally with the sun. I'd have a big window into my room and my high rise. And then when the sun came up, I'd know that's when it's time to wake up naturally.
Actually, you're right, because I think I'd be at my beach house.
That's right.
And we'd have nothing to do that day.
This is all, we're getting all off track. Jeffrey Bezos, he says he prioritizes getting 8 hours of sleep a night.
That's how much he's sleeping?
Yeah, he says, for me, I need 8 hours of sleep. I think better and I have more energy.
Nice.
He says, as a senior executive, you get paid to make a small number of high quality decisions. If I can make 3 good decisions a day, that's enough.
I thought you were going to say, because he said, because I'm a senior, because he's old. Like, I don't think he's that old,
Yeah,
is he?
when you're older, you got to get a lot of sleep. Now, he's
do.
probably still in his, you think he's in his 40s?
No, I mean, I feel like he's older than that.
You think?
But,
Let's find out.
I'll look. His age. How old are you? He is 58 years old.
See, but you know why he looks like he's in his 40s? Because he gets so much sleep.
And he gets sleep because he has so much money.
Yeah,
There it is.
It must be nice to have so little, like, to just be able to lay down in bed and relax because you have so much money. You're like, you have no worries.
No, I bet you actually do have plenty of problems.
You think?
When you have that much
Yeah,
money.
but what's the worst case scenario for Jeff Bezos? You know what I mean?
Losing all his money.
But how would that happen?
I know, but again, we would never get to that level.
Do
So
you
we
think
don't even have to
you think
worry.
he ever contemplates that? He's like, one day I could have $100 in my bank account. That's it.
No,
He doesn't think about that.
I know.
He has no worries.
So
he's
if
like, one day I could wake up and my bank account might only have $1 billion in it. And I guess that would be pretty frightening since he's worth $137 billion.
He'd lose sleep. So if you are interested in, at least faking it until we make it.
Yeah.
That we should be striving for those 8 hours, just like
Sleep
him.
for the job you want, not the job you have.
That's good.
So if you're sleeping hardly any, you're sleeping to be like the Riot. But if you're getting 8 hours of sleep, that's sleeping to be like Jeff Bezos.
And get someone to come in and wake you up gently with that juice.
Yeah.
And
with
your phone.
Juice and a newspaper and a rose.
And your breakfast.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching the worst of the Riot. Since you made it this far, you might as well like, subscribe, and check out riot.radiou.com for even more Riot.